Okay, y'all, this is the Salt Lake City Housewives. This is season 2, episode 5, Jen and Barrett. Okay, so, we start off with Lisa. Lisa is at home. She is trying to figure out what done happened with this party. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, what a waste of a Gucci outfit. I hear that, girl, because you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you buy stuff, it's a party, bitch. I get to be seen, and we had to leave within an hour. I don't even think they was there for an hour. Who knows? Maybe they did get an hour in, but god damn it, they don't started that shit started that mess with you, and now it was over. So, um, she's sitting there talking to her husband, John, trying to figure out like where's the disconnect? Like, cause she's friends with I don't forgot the girl name. She's kind of like a new girlfriend of the show. But basically, she's like, yeah, I've been knowing this girl for 20 years, more 20 plus years. And here go Whitney jumping in the middle and messing it up. Like, what's going on here? Like, I know she don't like me like that. She think that I'm like better and up here and I put everybody down. But that's not the case. You know what I mean? Like, all she had to do was just get to know me. But I don't even know if I want to get to know her. Like, I just don't know. So the producers are asking John, like, you think that your wife and Whitney can get along or be friends? And he like, hey, I don't know. But I do like Whitney's husband, so hopefully they can figure something out. You know, I mean, but even if the guys, like I said, the husbands never have no problems. They always get together and be cool. It's just the girls. And they be like, God damn, as soon as we sit down, here they go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we flip to Whitney. She at her house with her kids. Ooh, her daughter looks just like her husband. Like, oh my goodness. Justin, is that his name? Yes. She's just, like, I can't believe it. And they're doing homework or whatnot. Here comes Mary. Mary with her awkwardness. She got cookies that she done made. And, Whitney's like, yeah, we should have Mary come and do a cookie tutorial for us. Show us how to make these cookies. And here go Mary. Ooh, man, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted, We had this member at church who had a daughter who, got ejected from a car in an accident from the sunroof. And she fell 30 feet down into a neighborhood off a cliff. Was she alive? Here go the kids, because the kids is listening. No, she died. But woo! I'm so happy to be here. Wear your seatbelts. I'm like, Mary, what? Why does she have to be so weird and cuckoo in the brain? I just need to know what happened. Was it this marriage to your husband that just turned you cuckoo back crazy? Like, because you had to justify what you was doing, which is very cuckoo back crazy, in order for you to do what you did? Because I just know you literally had to turn off reality to marry Robert Sr. and to go on through life like ain't nothing happening. And then you got your family, cousins working for you that you don't even know who they is or what. I'm just so confused at sometimes. Mary is so awkward. But sometimes she's a good ear for them to listen. So Whitney's kind of breaking it down like, yeah, me and Lisa, we're just not on the same page. I just don't know. Like, I want her, like, I guess I just want some type of respect from her. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to be friends. I don't really want a friendship, but I just want her to acknowledge that, like, I mean, I'm somebody too. Like, like, I'm like, all right, Bubbles. That's what I'm going to call Whitney. But Whitney is Bubbles. Pop-up girls. That's what she Bubbles. Okay, so Heather daughter get accepted into University of California. Kudos to her. And of course, Heather is happy. She wants her to just go out and live and enjoy life like she should. Don't get held back with no Mormon ass crap. Okay, just live. Okay. Jen Shaw, we actually sit down with Brooks, okay? Sitting with Brooks. And, Jen she takes accountability for her actions. Okay, girl, kudos to you. She sits there. Okay, Meredith did show up, but Brooke said, Mama, I got this, okay? I got this. I don't need you, big boy, okay? So she goes to the bar, let them hash it out. And basically, Jen does apologize to Brooke, saying, it wasn't necessarily me, and it was my team. I talked to them, I straightened them out. I was upset about, I was trying to defend and deflect my vagina. And, it is what it is. Things kind of got out of hand, and I'm sorry for that. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to out you. I just kind of thought that, kind of what everybody thought, that was, everybody knew that, and it was just a known thing. And, you know, sorry. But he, of course, accepted her apology. Of course, he had to explain, his side and where he was coming from, which was literally, yeah, I wasn't, she basically triggered a little something in him from his childhood, when you're in high school and things of that nature. Kids pick on you all the time, whether he was back, okay, well, he, what I'm saying, he's more feminine, on the more feminine side than some of the rest of the boys. So he probably got all types of names called at him. So when she said things like that, it just brought back memories of things like that. So of hurt and hurt, shame, trauma, whatever. And now, that he's acknowledged that she's accepted, and I'm sorry. He accepted the apology, like I said, and they pretty much move on. Like, let's move on. Just don't, no more comments about my Gigi, and I won't say nothing else about you and your femininity, okay? And as we know of now, he done came out and he let everybody know who he is, okay? So Brooks, just live and be you, okay? Don't be hanging around Andy in that clubhouse. I saw you and watch what's happening live. Trying to be the bartender. Anywho, right in I was cracking up because I was watching Alex. I would listen to Alex and Chris, and they were saying how he was dressed like a '90s. Yeah, like his outfit was so '90s. It totally was. But anyways, we're flipped to the husbands. So we got 4 husbands together. We got Mr. Shaw. We got Coach Shaw, Mr. Rose, Mr. Whitney. I mean, Mr. Meredith, and Mr. Lisa. I can't think of their last name. Harlow, Mr. Barlow, and what's the dang last name is. And the fellas is having their cocktails and wings and things, and enjoying their time out away from the wires, because they don't got the time to hear this all day. And in their discussions, as mans do, how's your life? How's your wife? Everybody's still married? Yeah, we're still married. Life is going. They looking at Mr. Rose over there like, yeah, you and Whitney from the outside looking in, and look like y'all be getting it in. How y'all doing? So you got that pole over there, like y'all must be happy. He like, I mean, we hanging in there. I mean, I might have got up on there, once or twice. Not necessarily my thing, but I can swing. And they joke about that. I love to see you up there. Blah blah blah. But then he lets them know that, okay, the sex life has, we are great, of course, in that department, but it slowed down just a little bit with her working and things of that nature, where we talked about it and we're getting back on track, But hey, everybody got their little bumps here and there. Here go Meredith husband, Seth. Oh man, Meredith, I can have sex as much as I want with Meredith as long as I don't wake her up. You know what? Mr. Shaw, Coach Shaw over there was cackling. He could not let that shit go. He was even cackling in the confessional, like, really? Really? I mean, Meredith looked like she probably said some shit like that, like, bitch, just, yeah. Don't, I got, yeah, just, yeah. I'm gonna roll over. I'll see you in the morning. And don't mess with my hair. Don't, yeah. Like what, girl? um, and everybody's fine, but Coach Shaw does pose one question, like, you think our wives can actually get along? Can we all just get along? And here's this montage of all the arguments. That bitch, and oh my god, her, and I can't believe you, and yep, like Mr. Rose said, we're all optimistic here. Okay, so Lisa and Jenny actually go out and sit down for lunch and, try to figure, what's been going on and whatnot. And basically, we find out that, okay, on Whitney's side, she actually was considering having more kids, but since her husband's a little older, he agreed upon having two with her, and then he done got snip. So unfortunately, no more babies for her. And then of course he has, I think, three older kids. So nobody wants to be, like I said, you don't want to be 70 trying to go to no dang graduations and all types of stuff like that. Like it's just done. You know what I'm saying? You should be chilling with your grandkids and things like that, not having your own kids. Like that's just too much. Excuse me, y'all. And then Jenny was like, well, geez, my husband trying to have more kids. And, like he's 50, I'm 40. I'm past it. We got three. They're good. They're grown. They can cook and feed and fend for themselves. Nobody wants to be born around with diapers and things like that. And, I worked on this body. You see this? Trying to destroy me what I got going on. All right, so I worked hard to keep this tight and right. He trying to destroy me. No, not now, not never. Not no more. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So they'll have to figure that out. When it comes to this friendship with Lisa, because Jenny is Lisa's friend, and Whitney's, obviously feels a little awkward because, when I don't want to hang with you. Well, I mean, I want to hang with you, but I don't want Lisa to come between us. And Jenny's like, no, it's not going to happen like that. Lisa's actually a cool person. You get to know her. She's very fun. And she's not the type of person that wants to talk about people like that. If she's going to say something, she at least wants to make sure she got facts before she speaks. So at least she knows what she's talking about. So this, whatever you're feeling with her, Whitney, that's what I don't get. So Whitney's like, well, hell, if that's the Lisa that y'all know, how do I get to find her? Because I can't find her. All this time I've been getting this cold-hearted girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't getting no nice Lisa party girl fun. Nope, I got Bigfoot. Not to say like she got big feet, but I'm just saying her analogy was, Bigfoot is something, a legend, a myth, hard to find. So if her personality is something I ain't never seen, it must be something hard to find like that. So it is what it is. They're getting closer and closer to having some type of resolve or a talk with each other to have some type of resolve. So we got, what was it, Meredith and Heather doing some skiing, across the ways here in the Utah streets. And I don't know, over drinks and charcuterie, or charcuterie. How you say it? Charcuterie. Anywho, everybody's been doing it lately. And I thought we've been doing cheese and crackers for the longest. I just don't know why stuff just becomes so popular all of a sudden. But bitch, we've been doing that all these time at every party. But okay, sure. Anywho, they get to talking about their kids, her girl going off to college, and the ones with the boyfriend, things of that nature. And Heather always is battling her, she's always battling this Mormon life versus, I guess, a normal life. I don't know how to put that versus, just besides saying that normal life versus Mormon life. Because, all her Mormon life, all these rules, and so she don't want to put these on her daughter. And they talk about sex basically. Like, did you tell Brooks and your daughter about, like, did you talk about those birds and the bees? And she's like, yeah, of course, all the time. They're pretty open about everything. Her, Brooks and her daughter. So I don't we don't really hold back when it comes to that, And I think that they're just fine in whatever they do. I think they're safe, and you know if anything happens, we got that communication. And Heather on the other side is like, well, we never really talked about the birds and the bees. I just kind of, you know, just, not really say much. I just kind of let them figure it out, I guess. Or I've asked, little questions here and there, but we never went into detail or nothing like that. Just because growing up for her, it was just, don't do it. So I don't want to just tell them, don't do it. I just want to tell them, be safe or whatever. Whatever you want to choose to do, just be safe. And yeah, so Heather gonna have to figure that out. Like I said, she's always battling that Mormon life versus normal life, and what she should put on her kids and what she shouldn't put on them. So hopefully she figures that out. Then we get to Lisa and um, Whitney, because we have to meet up at some point. So they do sit down over gin. Now, I'm not a gin drinker, but I don't know. Should we be talking over gin? So yeah, they sit down, they order drinks and food, and they kind of go straight into it. So what's the problem? On Lisa's side, she's saying how she thought that they were friends, with the husbands getting along and whatnot. Whitney says, no, I don't think we're friends. I don't feel like we're friends. And so, how do we get to a place where we can, be cool with each other and some type of friendship, establish some type of something here? And, Lisa just goes on to say that maybe a lot of things between them was a lot of miscommunication. Me, I think that some of it might have was miscommunication and some of it was real, because Lisa, you was saying it like literally verbatim out your mouth, like what she said, like Whitney said, you said you didn't want this there. So what was this? Like, what does that mean? Well, I didn't mean that. I was just saying that, like you weren't part of the conversation. So why was you part of, you didn't have to be there in the room or whatnot. Okay, so like that's what I'm saying. It's semantics almost. I don't know. Girl, she need to figure this out. Like almost like Jen. You be saying stuff and then you forget you say it, or you just don't want to own up to it. So Lisa's gonna have to work on that. Um, and then maybe that miscommunication wouldn't be so bad, because I will say it's miscommunication on your end. Whitney on the other side, I think okay, maybe some things was said out of proportion. Maybe I can catch that. But and then Lisa felt threatened a little bit with Whitney being friends slash cousins with one of her good friends for over 1,000,000 years. So she's like, how all of a sudden since y'all cousins now y'all up friendly, and what, girl, that's my friend. Like I think she was a little jealous, little slight tight right there. And so that's just her putting out that energy. And she said she just thinks that people have a perception of her already before she even says anything. Like as soon as she walk in the room, everybody just say, oh, well, Lisa's on something, or Lisa got an attitude, or Lisa thinks this and Lisa thinks that, when not necessarily. You just come talk to me, and then maybe we'll see what it is. Maybe it's just I got a resting bitch. She got a resting bitch face, just like Meredith. But Meredith personality, I mean, she don't flip flop. Let's just say it. Meredith is pretty much straightforward versus Lisa and Jen. That's probably why y'all friends like that, because y'all like to deflect a lot instead of just getting straight to the point. Anyways, on Whitney's side, she just tells Lisa like, okay, we'll work on this communication, so that it's not miscommunicated, at least on my side, because I know what I heard, I know what I saw, so fine. But I do notice that I am bothered by you, I am annoyed by you, And that only means that, I guess I do like you at some type of way, and I want to be your friend, and I want to see what these other people see in you. And if you give me a chance, then I think we can go somewhere with this. And our husbands like each other. So, that's like a win-win, at least for the husband side. Like, I got a friend, you got a friend, wife. Like, what? It just works. But if we can't be on the same page, then I don't know how we can move forward with this. Especially because later, let's say they make up, Whitney and Lisa. Now Lisa has to go talk to Heather, and which will have Whitney be that segue middleman in there, like, hey, well, if I made up with Lisa, so why don't you go make up with Lisa too? And then Heather's gonna be like, well, of course, I don't know, I'm gonna try, but I just don't know how she feels about me. And it's gonna be this whole other thing, the whole other conversation, but we'll get to that episode because it's coming. But anyway, they're trying, Lisa and Whitney is going to get past this miscommunication, according to Lisa, and they can move on and try to build some type of relationship. So hopefully it works out for them. Good luck. Good luck. This was Salt Lake City Housewives. See y'all later. It was the season 3, season 2. And yeah, Bravo TV. Bye.